Hey everyone, how are you? How's the writing going? I wanted to drop in with this exercise, which I call the verbal dump. But really, it's about getting in touch with what's really going on. And you may think, it sounds easy, but it's not easy. You think it's like, oh, I totally know what's going on with me. But there's so much going on, undercurrents, things that are going on in our lives that we're not paying attention to that often we miss some of even the most basic things. So this is a great exercise to just connect with what's going on and where you're at right now. It's a free writing exercise. And so free writing is just sort of this 10 minutes and you just go. You just write on this topic, this little prompt, and it sounds easy, but it can be so hard because usually what happens is that you get to like the 3-minute marker and you feel like you've run out of anything that you had to say. And it's like, well, you just got to keep going, okay? Because it's the 10 minutes that's the magic. Because usually it gives us enough time to push back what's pushing on us, these obstacles that we run into. And so to get to the other side, you got to write the whole 10 minutes. I kind of have this theory that we think the same 10 thoughts all the time, and they keep circling around, and we get tired of one, we go to the next, and then by the time we're done with the 10th, we circle back around to the first. And I think it preoccupies us until we find a resolution. And so journaling is a way to help us kind of resolve it, to get that out, to get out what's on the surface of our minds so that what's underneath can have a say, because there's always something next in line waiting to be heard and seen and lived. So we're going to take it's actually two 10-minute prompts, and I'm really a fan of sleeping on it because I often find that if I work on something the next day, I have a ton more insight about it. So I would encourage you to take your time with them. Don't think it's like 10 minutes and then I'm done. Let it roll around in there for a little while. Maybe do one day, the next one the next day, and just see what comes up. They're real easy. So the first one we're going to do is just what's working in my life. Okay, so at the top of the page, write that down, what's working. And this is really everything that you feel like is going your way, things that you love in your life, things that are working out the way that you had hoped or planned or that make you happy, things that, you wish you had more of. So take 10 minutes and write about that. And I'm telling you, you're going to get there. You're going to start writing, and then all of a sudden you're going to be like, I don't have anything to say. There's nothing left. And at that point, just keep writing. Even if it's, this is stupid, this is the dumbest exercise I've ever done, just keep writing, because what happens is you just kind of stay loose and stay in that moment of being open to what's going on without exactly knowing what's going on. So write the whole 10 minutes. Please set a timer. Please write the whole 10 minutes and see what comes up. I can guarantee you by minute 10, something will have come up that you didn't expect, that you did not see coming. And then on the flip side, the second part of this exercise would be to take another 10 minutes to write on what's not working out in your life. So these are the obstacles. These are the things that vex us. These are the things that seem to ruin our day, day after day. And a lot of times these are ruts that we can't seem to get out of, right? We're in a rut. We can't get out of, someone who's just pissing us off. We can't get over it. And the writing really helps to get us past that and resolving that so that we can move on to something else. In all reality, it tends to be the sticky and prickly things that really help catapult us into what's next. But taking these 10 minutes with each of those questions and then taking your time, I really encourage you to come back to it throughout the week. There's usually something that comes up that sticks in your craw, like you just can't, you're like, whoa, where did that come from? Yeah, that's really bothering me. Yeah, that's a problem. Let it marinate for a couple days and see what comes out of it. It's an amazing thing to kind of let your subconscious take over that writing, especially when your ego is like super frazzled and doesn't have anything left to say. It's usually at that kind of little juncture and that little breaking point that something new pops up, something you hadn't expected. So have fun with the exercise. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I would love to answer them. If something came up and you want to share, please share. And happy writing. I will see you next time.